Hey y'all, Coaches are here. Please, before we begin, like, share, follow, and subscribe so we can continue to keep those videos rolling. So when will God finally put his hands on the narcissist, right? You feel like those critters, they've made your life so miserable. You've gotten the worst torture that you can possibly think of, that you could have ever imagined. You feel like if it were up to you, they wouldn't even be walking this earth, right? They would not be free to roam around and hurt people. I mean, you feel all types of things because you actually feel hurt, disappointed. You're one step closer to being evil yourself. Let's just put it that way. I just want to show how destructive this thing is. Like, if you've ever been through it, you will understand, man, how evil that thing is. But anyway, so going back, when will God put his hands on this person who has made you go through so much? You know when God will do that? It's up to you when God does it. It's really up to you because God loves you. You may be praying for God to do something. You may be praying for God to help you get out of the situation, for God to just deliver you because for whatever reason you're still there. Because some people might say, well, why are you still there? Well, I'm not the one to say that because people stay for their own reasons. I have heard of many valid reasons why they had to stay. So I don't know your situation. However, if you're saying, God, please, when will you come through for me while I work on this, while I do that? It all depends on your attitude towards the narcissist. Listen carefully. The way you feel about your narcissist can delay your blessings. This is nothing to play with. Okay, when you hear no contact or minimal contact, that stuff is real. The more contact, the more you're going to feel some type of way. And if you're dealing with a covert narcissist, they're so good at playing the passive aggressive game. They're so good at making you feel guilty because they know you have a good heart. It's going to be very hard to detach yourself emotionally. I'm not just saying mentally, emotionally from someone that you once loved or that you still love. Let's put it that way. It's not easy. You're praying for God to do something, but the minute God is starting to work, you're like, God, I didn't mean it like that now. You're praying for God to do something, but they're taking Viagra to go and be with these youngins out there. And they start to have heart problems. And guess who wants to go ahead and be, oh, you okay? And you want to take care of them. And they made themselves sick. Your attachment to that person can delay your blessings. If you still feel sorry for them, one day you want God to avenge you. The next day you're feeling all lovey-dovey and sorry for them because, of course, they're manipulating you, right? Especially if they're hoovering you. They're trying to reel you back in with all types of things. And your heart is starting to move because you actually feel in your heart. You feel emotions. You're not like they are. You feel emotions. You're not as calculated as they are. You're not as detached as they are. If you're still attached to your narcissist, start thinking about detaching yourself. That's why we say no contact or minimal contact. And it's hard when you're still in that person's presence. It's the worst of it all. Is to be in that person's presence and then you have to detach yourself while you're there. It's kind of like you're human and you're trying to turn into an animal. See what I mean? It's not easy at all. What I'm saying is, if God sees that it's going to hurt you really badly, if he does what he wants to do with your narcissist, God is not going to do it. If you want God to remove the narcissist from your life, and yet the minute you see them, like maybe taking stuff out the house or you see them staying out a lot, you start to panic because you're still attached. That's why you need to detach yourself. God will touch your narcissist. God will give you a solution. God will do what needs to be done when you detach because God does not want to hurt you. Stop blocking your own blessings by still being attached to that person. God is trying to not let you be a casualty in this war. But here you are sleeping with the enemy. That's a problem. That is a problem. You cannot be sleeping with the enemy and then ask for God to remove them from your life or whatever it is. You cannot sleep with the enemy and then go to God and say, God, I want you to do something for me. I want you to avenge me. Look what they did to me. And yet you're sleeping with them. That's confusion. So if you want God to move for you on your behalf in your situation, you might want to start thinking about detaching yourself. Once you're able to detach, God is going to touch them with an iron hand. I'm telling you, God will start to mash them and turn them and twist them People don't realize that. Narcissists play around a lot, but let me tell you, they do pay. They pay daily. Trust me, they pay. God knows. You won't. The thing with these narcissists, it's hard to know when they're paying. You know why? They're good at hiding it. They don't want you to know they're paying. They don't want you to know they're hurting. They don't want you to know that your prayers are working. So they'll hide it. But you best believe when you pray, God hears you. However, he's not able to move for you because you are still attached and he does not want to hurt you. He is still considering you. He does not want you to be a casualty of this war. So think about that, you guys. Learn to detach yourself. Like seriously, learn to detach yourself, because for someone to treat you so badly, trust and believe God has something in store for them. It's kind of like you're saying yes to God, do it. You're saying, yes, God, do it for me. Please avenge me. And then you're saying, God, not yet. I still feel so sorry for them. Not yet. I'm attached. Not yet. I still love them. Not yet. Then you know what? God is just going to step back and say, okay, when you make your mind up, then I'll be able to do what I need to do. So I hope this video was able to inspire you, to remind you of the importance of being knowledgeable in this war that you're fighting. Please, once again, don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe.